This is the Doctor, continuing the Battle Brothers Season 14 playthrough. I should say that I am no longer the Doctor. I am just the old Sword Master. That's who I am. Still capable of a few tricks here and there, but past my prime. Despite the many kind comments in the chat, I know I'm past my prime. It's okay though. It's okay. Still got a few tricks. That last battle against the Brigand camp, that was, I think, at the very least, an A- performance. It was basically like extremely well executed. I had a perfect plan at the beginning of the battle, decided on the strategy, executed it effectively. RNG felt about even. Like I missed a bunch, but the AI also missed a bunch. Did a particularly clever maneuver with Prismic, where he stood on the northern part of the little hill, the elevated terrain, and basically made the Brigand with the flail waste an entire turn doing nothing. So one brother perfectly crowd controlling one Brigand when I have a numerical advantage is great. And that maneuver with Prismic, I don't think most players, even like experts at this game, would have necessarily made that maneuver or seen that maneuver. That was like, I should have probably called it out. I did call it out more, but like, that was, in my opinion, extremely good maneuver. Because I used one brother to basically crowd control a pretty, admittedly dangerous Brigand like V. That one with the flail got into our lines, it'd be a problem. And because Prismic was able to make him like waste his turn, we eventually were able to surround him and dagger him down. I did see Night Flail make a comment about bashing that Brigand with flail down on the low ground. I seem to remember it would have actually been quite difficult to do. Like I think maybe I seem to remember like Smurgeson had enough fatigue to shield wall, and it was Smurgeson who ended up taking that Brigand from what I recall. Basically, he had enough to shield wall, or he had enough to bash, and if he missed the bash, he would have been screwed. So shield wall was the better move. I probably should explain that better. What I often like to do with enemies that are like the last 2 or 3 enemies is I like to shield wall, and then let the Brigand like hit away, exhaust themselves, and then surround them with daggers, and then I should be able to dagger like 3 times with each bro. If you can do that with like 4 or 5 bros, there's no way anyone survives that number of daggers. But I think everybody was exhausted, and Smurgeson wasn't a perfect tank. I was actually a little worried that Brigand would like start injuring him, so I was trying to rush everyone up to hopefully proc morale checks and break that Brigand before he could do anything. Didn't work out. The RNG there didn't work in my favor. Still got a little lucky that the Brigand missed some attacks, especially only hitting Dr. Carl once. He did have Steel Brow. Despite being on the low ground, I think he would have survived even 2 headshots, at which point we would have like made everybody just attack instead of daggering. So you could argue handling that Brigand in the north wasn't well done, but the rest of the fight I think was very well executed. So you can tell I just loaded the game because this is Unknown Garrison and this Desert Scourge camp, but we know what's there. Some outlaws, a leader. Oh, that nomad leader. I love the first like special enemy of each campaign, like the first Brigand leader, the first hedge knight, the first like master archer or whatever. First fallen hero even. You remember all of those. Like, you know, when you fight the third fallen hero or whatever, who can remember what's going on anymore? First one, you remember it. The first nomad leader is going to be exciting. I'm going to give Loopy Juster, he's kind of a off tank. He's not a super elite tank. I'm going to try to make him like a more of a utility tank rather than a lone wolf tank. He's going to stick around with the main squad is how I feel we're going to use him. So I'll take Gifted. He does need a little more defense. Resolve for sure. And then I'll take some more hit points, and then I gotta start leveling Fatigue after that. He has a star there, so he's guaranteed at least +3, which will be like fine. And he started with like a ridiculous amount of fatigue. So we should be good. Weapon loadout, I've given Tao the two-handed mallet. Let's see if he can do a better job with fast adaptation backstabber. You gotta hit with his mallet. That is the whole point. If you can't hit with mallet, it's a useless weapon. I mean, that's true for all weapons, but you especially need to hit with this mallet. Then Denki now has the Fire Lance, and Prismic has a Boar Spear. I was considering actually giving Prismic a hand axe to try it out, but you know what? I don't think I'm gonna do that. Prismic does have fast adaptation, so he could like with the hand axe he'll hit eventually. I was just trying to compare the damage. The Boar Spear is 37 to 43 to hit point, and then 35 to 41 to armor. Whereas the hand axe is much better, 37 to 56 to hit points, and if you hit the head, it's even more damage. Only to hit points though, not to armor, and 45 to 67 against armor. So it is like basically 50% better against armor. That is noticeable. It's similar in terms of hit points. It's got a better upper range. But I feel like, I mean, the hand axe looks fun, I'll admit, and I kind of want to try it out for science. But I don't know that nomads are the best to try it out. I just want to hit them real hard with, and proc morale checks, right? Like, get rid of their armor, you land hits, proc the morale checks, you win. So I'm not doing anything fancy, just spears all around, and one mallet. It's interesting because my setup looks a lot like what you recommend new players do, which is you equip spears, and then the next tier is like, you know, using different weapons and so forth. And there are guys like, oh, you know, if you have 60 attack, you can use a sword, yada yada, blah blah blah. I don't know, like, my setup often looks a lot like a brand new player setup, but there are just some couple key differences that makes, well, all the differences. What else is noticeable? Dr. Carl now has the long axe. I think he has some potential there with a long axe adrenaline type strat. Nathan Williams, since he still has that fractured elbow injury, he's staying in the back with the long axe. Pablatino, of course, has our crossbow, and he's going to swap to a battle standard. Friendly here is a... we gotta get some titles out, because I feel like Friendly deserves a title in that last battle for shooting, like hitting 2 shots, quick shots in the dark while scattering, and scattering in just the right way. That is like a Hawkeye right there. But is that the best title? Like, is there a better title to represent his shooting skills? That's what I want to know from the folks in the chat. MVP that fight, as impressive as Friendly was, I don't think he was MVP. I think it was actually Prismic, due to the maneuvers he did. He did like the maneuver to ward off the brigade in the north. I think he helped kill the, he helped Dr. Carl kill a brigand with the hammer. Dr. Carl did the hammer, and then Prismic, I think, helped finish him off. Then he did the Fire Lance that, like, killed the crossbow marksman one shot. So, yeah, Prismic was definitely MVP last fight. What else? What else is noticeable to mention? I almost feel like Wyoming Sioux deserves a title like professional. He's like the first professional mercenary we have in this company. But is that worthy of a title? Because I just use that as my highest praise. I don't know. I don't know if that's worthy of a title. So I need suggestions for titles in the chat, okay? Oh, Smarkison has our first title. Right. He does live a charmed life. No question about that. All right, enough chitter chatter. Let's go kill some nomads. It's gonna be glorious. All right, what do we got? We have got... Where's the leader? Is the leader all the way in the back? Okay, yep, 7. 6 outlaws. There are 2 with whips, which are completely irrelevant as long as you have armor. They can't do anything. So they're actually prime dagger targets if we cared about such things. Nomad double gripping a crappy mace. 2 nomads with also similarly crappy maces. 1 with sword. Ooh. Let's wait for them to get closer. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. This guy's armor is pretty bad. I don't know why I even care about it. We're probably just gonna kill him. But I want to move up and get the best possible bonuses. And there's a leader out there, but let's just move up. Oh, look at that beautiful armor. Amira, the Desert Prince. He has a golden armor and a golden helmet. We have to have that. There is like no universe in which we don't get that beautiful looking loot. Okay. Well. We have to send Wyoming Zoo to tank him. No question. This one with the whip we kill. This one with the whip we may or may not dagger. We'll see. This one double gripping the mace. He's actually a pretty good dagger target, but we're just gonna kill. These 2 are also pretty good dagger targets, but not confident I want to kill them. I'm thinking we need to move Dr. Carl, Nathan Williams each up here. In fact, pretty much everybody's gonna move up to get a round of attacks. Prismic stands here, Tao stands here. Who goes next? I guess I need to wait with Wyoming Sioux to see what this Desert Prince does, because Wyoming Sioux has to do the tanking. Of course Wyoming Sioux can come here and tank, but there's no point. Like, the leader's where it's at. Thinking, what's your defense? 26. You are going to get swarmed. They're gonna move, attack, or shield wall and throw sand. Prismic, you have 9 lives, right? Your defense is also a lot worse. I might use you to tank, actually, Prismic. Strange as that is. So the idea is we move Tau up, we move Denki here. Hit, Prismic maybe goes over there, busts out his shield. We move our heavy hitters up to start attacking. I think that's a fine plan. Since these nomads are going to go ahead of us, we're going to wait and maximize the surround bonuses. Tabletino, swap to your banner, give everybody a resolve buff. Dr. Carl, move up. We're going to wait for the maximum surround bonuses before attacking. Okay, there is the Desert Prince. Very good. Let's move up Tau. There are no more surround bonuses unless I want to move Prismic there. Which I kind of want to do. That would give Tau a much better chance to hit. He can bust out his shield. Yeah, let's do that. We want to put the enemy in the concave position. Like, this is Battle Brothers 101. Prismic. Move up. Oh, proc that morale check. I love it. No reason to pull out your shield yet. You might actually attack. Let's see what happens. Okay, Wyoming Sioux. It is of a vital importance Wyoming Sioux gets on this leader. question is how? Leader could come in like that, in which case putting Wyoming Sioux here would be perfect. But what if he doesn't do that? Like this one could come up, leader can go on Prismic, I wouldn't want that. The Loopy Jester is kind of a acceptable enough tank if we put him here. I'm gonna wait with Wyoming Sioux and see what other opportunities we got. Okay, Nathan Williams, he's gonna move up, but he's not gonna attack yet because he might hit this one with the mace. Loopy Jester, why don't you move? Should he move there? No, or move up one and wait, and then friendly. Oh right, you should have always had your bundle of javelins out. 33%. Good job, buddy. You are definitely a great thrower. Casual Hamster, you're gonna move up. You're gonna bust out your pike. It's better to do one big pike attack. Nice work, 40% hit. Wavering that outlaw. Smirkson, there's no point in shield walling against such a weak opponent. Just stab away with your spear. He's got a pierce arm muscle. Breaking. Good, good. Thank you. Hit. Tabletino, move up and hit again. Good job, buddy. Dr. Carl. Ooh, okay. We've already dealt with this outlaw. Fantastic. Now Tau can try to hit. Oh! Did you one-shot with the mallet? Maybe I did underestimate this mallet. Maybe I did. Very impressive work. Prismic, you're just gonna defend against the guy. He's got a sword. It's not good against armor, but you're not gonna kill him attacking with the fire lance, so just defend for now. Okay, Wyoming Sioux. This is the most interesting case. Well, I feel like I kind of have to come here to prevent the Desert Prince from going on Tau. It does mean that Desert Prince might go on Wyoming Sioux, but this is his one job to tank. And then Nathan Williams. Well, he could attack Loopy Jester, but I think I might actually be okay with that. I don't have taunt or anything. This one's just gonna die to when he flees, he's gonna get cut down. No reason to attack him. I'm thinking we now focus fire on this outlaw with the sword, because Wyoming Sioux is gonna do a perfect job tanking here. So let's start moving into 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't want to go here because this leader could come up on Nathan Williams, which would be bad. They're all gonna get to attack anyway, so position it like that. And then Loopy Jester, just stab away. Yeah, missed your 52%. That's okay, buddy. Oh, right. Okay, that's fine. He is in such a bad position. Oh, Wyoming Sioux. That is the opposite of being professional. Wyoming Sioux, watch out. Woo. Ooh, okay, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good, buddy. You're stunned. You can't die next turn, but you could Man, AI is much more aggressive about using a rotation. What was his chances? 46%. What was the chance of the stun? Because everything got messed up because of the stun. 18%. Alright, well, this is bad RNG, but we gotta come up with a plan to save Wyoming Sioux. Even if we don't get the armor, we gotta save him. Plus, once the armor breaks, the whip is actually super dangerous. Friendly, you're gonna wait and see what other opportunities exist. Prismic, you're gonna wait as well. Casual Hamster, bust out your javelins. Good job. Okay, this one's fleeing, so he's done. Gonna wait and see what other opportunities exist. Smergison can now move. Loopy Jester, you're gonna have a better. You have more fatigue to shield bash. I don't see us going ahead of these ones, so we're gonna keep waiting. Okay, Denki. But let's let Tao wreck his armor first. Tao should have, even through all this nonsense, pretty good hit chances. Like, Wyoming Sioux, you had one job, buddy. One job, and now you might die. Yeah, I'm gonna let Tao go first. %, really? With Backstabber? Wow, you have no reason not to end your turn immediately. Nathan Williams moves up. 18%? I know you're getting fast adaptation, but I didn't think it would be so bad. Okay, Loopy Jester move up. 20. Why are my hit chances so abysmal? We might as well wait. They don't have dodge yet. Okay, well, friendly, you gotta move up. Gotta chuck your javelins. Prismic, you just gotta attack. Okay, two good hit. Prismic is MVP here. Good hits, good hits. Casual Hamster, why don't you move over and get ready for a pike action? And then Smergson, let's get you on top of this guy with the whip, probably make him shield wall or something. Okay, Denki, you're just building your fast adaptation stacks. Dr. Carl, you do not have fast adaptation. I think you need the adrenaline to try to go quick. Pablatino, you are better off throwing because you've got a 22% chance to hit, whereas your throwing is 24 and you get to do it twice. Okay, Loopy Jester. Oh, you might have actually saved Wyoming Sioux's life. I'm not gonna move up because I need to make sure this Desert Prince doesn't get as many attacks as possible. And none of these nomads are super injured, so he shouldn't. He might move up and attack, sure, but he might not I might not do anything else. Okay, Dr. Carl, 37%. Miss. Fantastic, of course. Okay, Smurgson now is in some danger. So, the Outlaws are so much more aggressive about doing the rotations, at least the ones with the whips. That's interesting. I don't feel like that was always the case. Okay, well, friendly. Chuck your javelins. Tau, let's see if you can have a better hit. Let's let the guys with the spears go after these. Oh, Smurgson, good job. You are just living the best charm life. Just the best life. Thank you. Stab. Yeah, hit twice. Good. Yeah, couldn't hit the head, unfortunately. This outlaw might rally and come back. I'm okay with that. Okay, I'm gonna wait. Casual hamster. I'm gonna wait here. Prismic. Good job, Prismic. Of course, Prismic doesn't let us down. Let's go up. Gonna wait on Palpatino. Loopy Jester coming here would be potentially problematic, but it would give a very good surround bonus. Could be okay. He's got hit points and stuff. Let's be aggressive. It's a very dangerous position, but we're planning to kill that one. Let me see. Wait. Okay, that one's fleeing. That's okay. That's good. Oh, I shouldn't have moved Loopy yet. He could have rallied because Casual Hamster was not next to him with a melee weapon. That was a mistake. Okay, Tau. 67%. Yeah, hit. Well done, buddy. And he's slow. Smurgson, you're going to defend. Nathan Williams, you're going to come down. Good kill. Good kill. We'll send... Oh, I gotta have somebody here to take this outlaw. Prismic, keep moving up. Well, Palpatino could have done it, but... You could also chuck a javelin. Loopy, you also got a shield wall. And Wyoming Sioux, why don't you come around? Yes, yes, whip away. Thank you. I'm not getting any of this other armor. That's okay. I want the Desert Prince's armor more than anything else. Alright, Casual Hamster, you wait. It would be nice to get that kill, though. He could rally and come back. Now, move up. 54%. Well done. Okay, now that you're actually hitting with your weapons. Ooh, they have Executioner. Smurgson, you're in a little danger, buddy. Palpatino, 30%. But if you bust out the javelins, it could chuck... Oh, you can only chuck your javelin once. I should have calculated that. Okay, Loopy Jester, you wait. That was a headshot, too. Broken nose. Yeah, he has Executioner. I did not know that. I'm gonna wait and see what happens. Okay, that one fleeing we just may not be able to get. That's okay. That's okay. Good job. Friendly, you are, of course, actually capable of landing hits. Casual Hamster, go get that one. Smurgson, you are shield walling, so you're doing what you can. Prismic, stab, good. Now we're gonna go after that leader with extreme prejudice. %, nope. I want like characters with backstabber and stuff to surround that Desert Prince. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot wall with Wyoming Sioux. Smirkerson could go down here. It's quite likely, actually. He doesn't have 9 lives or anything. And I think the AI is going to aggressively attack him. I don't think I have enough daggers. And so Wyoming Sioux is going to show wall to give Smirkerson a little buff. Okay. Interesting. Let's you never know, we could cause a morale break. Oh, I don't want to move Nathan Williams. But got that broken elbow. We could pick up a whip and try to disarm that leader. But Nathan Williams has fatigue. And I feel like this one's going to go after Smirkerson so much. I really want Tau to be in position to dagger, though. Tau and Prismic. So I guess I'll wait on Nathan Williams. 8%. No, it's not going to make a difference here. Prismic? Yes, yes, Prismic. Fantastic. Tau, move up. You saved Smirkerson's life. You are MVP this fight without a question. You actually landed your hammer blow. You one-shot in an outlaw. You hit 2 more, and then you broke Amira the Desert Prince. Without question, you are MVP. Let's, who has the dog? Kind of want to chase down that fleeing nomad. He could rally and could come back. That would be great. Smirkerson, why don't you move to let Wyoming Sioux get in there? Alright, outlaw keeps running. Go get him, casual hamster. Nathan Williams, Loopy, stab away. Dr. Carl, you do not have the doggo. Latino, run them down, of course. Oh, the other one's gonna flee. Alright, it's whatever. We missed the kill, but more important to get this armor. Ooh, big misses. Thank you. Swap to your dagger. Ow. Oh, you have the dog. Whoops. Could have unleashed the dog. Whatever. It's not a big deal. Wyoming Sioux. I think these things have 9 lives. When I vaguely remember. Yep. We'll let the 9 lives fall off and decide who gets the kill. Wow, he hasn't actually fled yet. Thank you. I don't know that you deserve the kill. Prismic. No, Tau deserves a kill. Oh, but he doesn't have the energy. Alright, Prismic, you can do it. Okay, unleash the pupper. Tau. Where are you gonna go? No, wrong way, pupper. Wrong way. Alright, it's okay. You never know. We could, oh, he rallied and then he fled. Alright, everybody go after the last outlaw. Alright, so we missed 1 kill. Not a big deal. If I had released the pupper earlier, if I remember to do that. This was an interesting battle. So I gotta remember the nomads with the whips love rotating. that kind of makes sense. The whip is kind of like a ranged weapon. So gotta remember they can do that, but I don't know I would have done too much differently. I don't see like what I would have necessarily done differently. Oops. I put Casual Hamster in a better place. And we didn't get any armor, but that's okay considering the these nomads were like so hard to hit. Is that right? Like, I don't remember them being that hard to hit. But I guess I think their base stats are better than brigands. I remember that. Okay, now we have a pupper, and we have this guy surrounded. Surely we got him. Everyone's just exhausted, trudging through the desert. Oh my god. Of course, we might not be able to get that one. We just keep missing. All right, hits. Maybe everybody's just so low level, the stats aren't good enough. Which is kind of the point of this playthrough, which is for my characters to have stats that aren't good enough. Okay, all in all, interesting battle. Smurgson got hit very hard, bonked hard in the nose. He could have had a better helmet, I suppose, but he still would have taken, I think, a second injury. He's a little tired. Tao took a slight hit to the body, I think. How did Friendly... oh, right, the random whips. Wyoming Sioux, there was a moment of danger there, but you lived. We did not get the leader's helmet. Very disappointing, but at least we got his armor. We got the whip, 2 whips actually, those are good weapons. We got 400 crowns, a signet ring, some good shields, tier 3 southern mace, that's amazing. Scimitar, tier 3 sword, because there's a tier 4 sword technically, the noble sword equivalent. So that's amazing. Yeah, we got good stuff. Also, did we just get 30 tools and 19 ammo? That's also amazing. Wow. I know Wyoming Sioux, yeah, failed against the leader, but it doesn't change the fact that you deserve the full-on cosplay. Maybe not the full-on cosplay. It's pretty fatiguing. Let's let that get fixed up first. We're gonna fix up not the light Southern Mace, that's not good. The heavy Southern Mace is good. Tau, fantastic, level up. Ooh, not the best, but we may have to just take those. You are gonna get that Southern Mace now. Fix all this up. Dr. Carl leveled up, maybe your level up will be a lot easier. Yes, it is. Take that +4 hit points, because you're going nimble. Not sure what perk you're getting. Friendly. Oh my god. Good rolls, man. Good rolls. +4 range. I'm already doing 1 anticipation nonsense. Do I do a second one? I don't know. I don't know. Well, I gotta do Tao's level sooner or later. It's quite disappointing. If you double grip a mace in semi-nimble gear, you still got a decent chunk of fatigue to work with. Like, this would be perfect nimble gear. You got 73, you don't need more fatigue. So, hit points, I'm just considering skipping the +1 melee defense. But +3 resolve is also kind of bad. I don't know, I guess I go the melee defense because, like, what else is there to get? But I'm gonna pick Mace Mastery for you so we get someone who can reliably stun. That should help a lot of battles. I kind of want to give you Southern gear. But we don't have really good Southern gear to give you right now. So you're gonna have to grip the Southern Mace with the Brigand gear. Oh, right, we have this helmet. Smirkson, you can, I don't even really feel like repairing this helmet. No, you need better head armor. I should fix this helmet up. That's a pretty good look for you. You got no fatigue, buddy. You're asthmatic, you have a broken nose and a pierced side. Yeah. I don't know what you do. You just stay in the middle. I don't feel like managing the rest. Okay. Repairing. I don't know why I repair that one. We have a lot of armor in the inventory. Don't need to repair everything. This scimitar will be nice. It's a solid upgrade for someone like maybe Denki. 56 damage to hit points. It's a little worse against armor, or it's basically the same. 35 to 39 versus 35 to 41. So it's basically the same, but it's way better against hit points. It does have a lower hit chances, but okay, we can work with that. Denki, you use the scimitar. And then the rest of the items I'm just going to leave the way it is for now. The Saturn shields are nice, but I don't know we have the fatigue to consistently use them yet. Alright, let's stick with the plan to go towards stay in the desert, see if we can find that southern city, and then maybe do a loop around up through to the northeast. Strogdorf, I don't want to go back to just yet. They probably don't have another contract for us, but if we do some questing to southern cities, then Strogdorf will likely have at least one or two contracts, and they might actually be doable. Alright, so now desert is dangerous. We've learned this, and if I come across one of those giant nomad camps, I won't be able to do it. We're not strong enough. It's only day 12. So let's be a little careful. And there are a lot of beasts I won't fight. Like if I see a lot of snakes, I won't fight them. I would fight Ifrits actually. Desert's also very slow. We desperately need that scout. Because it's so slow. Southern City should have reasonable prices, hopefully. I am repairing all the stuff I really want to, right? The armor being the big thing, the main thing. Yeah. Okay, we went entire day and night seeing nothing. That's not a good sign. Nothing still. Yep. Trudging through the wilderness without the scout to look up. Okay. There's this could be soldiers chasing nomads. That could be good for us. But I can't imagine we would actually catch up to the nomads at this point. They're too far away. I'm gonna go east. Hopefully the soldiers came from there. And that means there is at least another nomad camp kind of somewhere in this vicinity. Okay, we found the city. That's good. Let's see what's available. Hopefully there are nets and stuff, because that would be a tremendous help. Ras Sana. 2 contracts. Still got the slave revolt thing going on. Oh, there's an assassin who's only 2,800. There's a sellsword who's only 2,500. Man, there are some good backgrounds here for dirt cheap. But it's not the time for that yet. Okay, what do we got? Yeah, no nets. That was the main thing I was looking for, nets. The sell prices here are okay, 16. That's acceptable. Acceptable enough for me to unload some of the stuff we definitely don't need. Like that broken armor, don't need that. I think I can ditch like one of these shields. Signet ring, sell. Don't know if I want to sell anything else just yet. I don't like this Ackerton cap. Better hats. Military pick, I don't like those weapons. Okay, I'll keep the rest. Actually, we don't need a Warfork anymore. It's a weak weapon for this stage of the game. Okay, not gonna hire people because we need to actually be able to get a thing. Okay, what is this? Indebted. If you pay, accept here, 420 crowns. He explains indebted, we're overtaking their mastering Razsana's goat pens. Okay, we'll retake the goat pens. I'm gonna negotiate for a bit more pay. Okay, no. Beat down the indebted uprising. Feels bad, but we might have to do it for the money. What do you have? You want me to take it to Hakim El Ramal? Do not want to go there all the way. Oh, no. We're not going back there. Let's decline this contract. I don't know if it'll make a contract spawn sooner, but it might, and I'm never doing this, so it's easy enough to decline. Slave revolt feels bad, but I need the money, man. This is what we've been reduced to. Okay, Smirkerson has So the slave revolts, if I remember correctly, it just spawns a ton of indebted and they're very quick. I don't know if there could be a twist. There might be. There could be a twist. That could be problematic. But yeah, they're gonna spawn a whole bunch of indebted. The indebted are gonna be very quick. They're gonna rush us. I think I might go with tanks on the corner like this. I mean, Libby Jester's, you know, kind of a tank now. Now I go with a bit more front line, like Dr. Carl could use the Shamshir, actually. He'll be very good with it. As much as I want to do fashion, I don't know we're quite ready for fashion. I could put Smirksay in the back. He's never gonna hit with this long axe, though. He's got his hit points back. He's got his hit points back. He'll be fine. If I give him a better helmet. Let's give him a better helmet. Nathan Williams, you can give your helmet to him. Something like this, but I will have to deal with this indebted uprising in the next episode. It's good to know that some nomads spawn there, so maybe nomads will be here or here or something. Then we can go back to Strogdorf. Hopefully there'll be another contract. Then Hitlingen, Haj, Northeast, see what happens. Also probably need to buy some more ammunition, but I will deal with all this stuff in the next episode. Which might be for a while because I am going on a little break, a little vacation for a few days. So you may not see an episode until next week. We'll see. Thank you for watching.